Ready to name a starter for the quarterback?
No, not ready. Need more time.
Yeah. What has been your initial assessment through 3 days?
We're giving equal reps to 3 guys, and you guys know who the 3 are, and they're doing a good job. It's too soon to, try to measure any separation or anything like that. I think we need to give everybody more opportunities before we start to try to make any kind of decisions. It's going to be a minute.
What did Bear show you in summer that said he warrants being in a 3-man race with guys that have been in the program already?
It wasn't really about summer. It's just what he was in high school, and just how quickly he's been able to learn. He's very smart, very, very smart, and so he's up to speed. He needs reps as far as like chemistry with his teammates, but in terms of knowing what to do, he's been dialed every play.
Coach, with LJ, what do you see as touches-wise? How many touches would you like LJ to get per game?
A lot, yeah. I don't want to I don't have an exact number, but we want him to touch the ball a lot this year.
Have a governor
He's one of our best players. He's in great shape. He's really changed his body. I don't know if you guys have seen him, but he's leaned out a little bit, and he's one of the best players on this team.
Hung is not on the roster today. Can you update us on what his status is?
Yeah, the only thing I can say about that is has some personal issues and not going to be with us this year.
Will you be getting Hinckley Rapati back?
Hope so. Yeah, we're waiting. We've appealed to the NCAA for another year, and from what I know about it, I believe that he should get another year from what I know about the case, but I don't know if that will happen or not. We're waiting. We would love to have him back, and I want to point out what a critical player he was for us last year. We won 11 games, and he was a huge part of our success, and we would love to have him back.
Is the appeal centered around medical year or the JUCO?
It's a variety of things. Yeah, it's mostly. I don't want to go into all the details, but you guys know he had a variety of injuries. He's a junior college guy. You've got the COVID year involved in there too, so we're hopeful.
How's your offensive line looking so far? I know that you finally put the pads on today, so probably your first real look.
Good, yeah. Today was the first day in pads, but we feel like we have depth there, and we should be able to run the ball.
Gentry and Jada are kind of the 2 guys at tackle. Have they been what you expected them to be?
So far, yeah. I expect those 2 to be our starting tackles, Gentry at right and Jada at left, and I have a lot of confidence in both of them.
In the tight end room, is there anyone that's kind of stood out? I know it's early, but
Carson Ryan, yeah, he's really stood out, as he did in spring ball. And then there's some other good players there. We're just working through how that will shape up, but I like that group's improved for sure. Yeah.
You're no stranger to structuring quarterback battles, but how challenging was this when you have your whole outlook of the position change in the summer?
Well, it's always a challenge, but I've been through this enough times. I hope that people will have some confidence that we can get this done. We've done it before, and we have a good process that we go through to basically what we're going to do is we're going to work through it, and the whole team's going to watch it happen. And so whenever that starter is named, everybody on the team will be, we'll know, oh yeah, of course, like we just watched it happen on the field. And so we'll just keep working our way through it, just as we've done in the past with Jaron and Baylor, Zach and Jaron and Baylor, et cetera, right? We've been through this before last year with Gary and Jake, and we'll do it again.
Do you have a timeline in your mind at all, or are you just going to play out however long it takes?
Well, no, there's no deadline, but the sooner the better. I would prefer not to be naming a starter on game day, but you have to let it play out a little bit too. If you rush it, then you can create some other issues as well. So we need to let them compete for a little while. I know you guys are going to keep asking me every time, but I have to let them compete for a little while so we gather enough information to make a good decision.
We saw a pick from Bear today and then a pick from Tracy on day one. How are they handling taking care of the football and turnover? What's that number?
Good. The one Bear had was kind of silly because we asked him not to scramble today. He's just a tiny bit, just a little something that we're like, hey, don't scramble. He's taken every rep, he's practiced, and he kind of should have just should have just held on to the ball and kind of jogged his scramble. So that's a good lesson for a freshman. But yeah, taking care of the football is number one. That's number one job.
How is Barrett coming along with the playbook?
Yeah, as I already mentioned, he's brilliant. I mean, he's very smart, and he knows the whole offense already. He needs chemistry and reps with his teammates, with his receivers, with the pass protections, but he knows what to do every play, and he has shown that. His assignment-wise, he is very sharp.
How has Tiger fit in so far?
Doing a great job. Tiger's going to play for us a lot. He's a good player, really good player. Yeah, he'll be an important player on this team.
Way to declare which one's smarter, because I know that they've had their own debate.
Yeah, I mean, well, Tiger graduated from Stanford in 2.5 years, speaks Chinese, flies airplanes. What else does he do? I mean, he's that guy. They're interesting.
What's the status of Waylon? We haven't seen him in action in the media windows.
He's dealing with a minor thing. We're just being really careful with him because Waylon's going to start for us, and so we're just trying to be super smart. It's nothing major.
And just to follow up on that, how are you, guys that are proven commodities like a Chase and LJ and Waylon, do you have that luxury to kind of sideline them? But with that quarterback battle, do you want that chemistry? How are you juggling that?
Yeah, good question. It's a fine line, with your proven players. That's why we're holding Waylon right now. We know who Waylon is, and we know what he's going to do for us this year. And so we want to get him enough reps to be sharp, but keep him healthy. And same thing with Chase Roberts and LJ and, some of our proven guys. So if you hold them back too much, then they get rusty. But you have to also be smart and get to the first game as healthy as you can.
You touched on this a little bit with LJ and how many touches you want to give him, and in light of Pokai and Hinckley and all that. But how do you feel overall about the depth at running back and the guys? I mean, you mentioned you want to give LJ tons of reps. Do you feel confident in the guys that are behind him to kind of buoy him? And
yeah. Jovessa Demooney hasn't played for us yet, but he's a good player. He's doing a lot of good things in practice, and he's kind of different than those other guys. He's a speed guy and a really good receiver. And I've seen good things from Logan Payne at running back as well. In spring ball, he did a great job, and he's doing good things out here. And Preston Rex is showing up at running back too. He's doing a great job there. We've moved him there, and really he's been a pleasant surprise through 3 practices how well he's doing.
Last one for Coach.
I wanted to ask one more thing. You promoted Matt Mitchell to assistant QB coach. What role is he going to have in deciding this QB along with you and Kalani?
Same role he's already had. He's been an integral part of our coaching staff. Huge in the development of our QBs. We team up together on that. He's had a big role in our game planning. It's the whole time he's been here. When we lost him to Baylor, we missed him, and we fought to get him back, and we just felt like naming him that title was just a way of showing him our appreciation for how much he does for our program. He's a really good coach, and he's doing a great job.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Out fast. Let it rip.
What's been accomplished so far through the first 3 days on the defensive side?
Oh, a lot of good, a lot of mistakes that we are overcoming, which is always happening in camp the first couple days. I see our players that we're expecting to be really good playing really good right now, so that's a good thing. And I really like the competition right now in the corner group room. Gennaro's done a great job with those guys, having them ready to go. That competition looks good.
Who's competing in that cornerback spot right now? Who are the key guys?
I like Maury Bamba a lot, Trey Alexander, Evan Johnson, Jonathan Cabella. Those guys have played really good. Marcus McKenzie's done some great things. So the group looks deeper right now, and I like the progression. There's a lot of talent in that group.
You feel like your defense is ahead this time this year than it was a year ago?
In certain spots. We miss a Batty and a Blake Mangelson and Jacob Robinson and some of those guys. So if you're just looking at those 3 guys, we'd be behind where they're at. John Nelson, those guys have played a lot of football. So we will get those other guys caught up. But in other positions, you look at the linebacker group, and we're ahead of where we were last year on light years. The safety group ahead of where we were last year. So.
How was the defensive line looking? Because there's a bunch of turnover up front.
Well, Keanu looks great right now. JT looks really good right now. I like the defensive end. Logan Latui's played great. So, bottom line, that group is super deep. There's a lot of youth in that group, but a lot of real talented youth. So, I'm excited to see how the next 20 3 practices go or 22 practices go till the game.
You mentioned Keanu and JT. What's the latest on Justin Kirkland? Is he going to be? I haven't just seen him compete.
Yeah, so he's fighting right now to get back. He's got a dinged knee, and we'll get him back as soon as we can.
Do you think you'll see him back in fall camp?
I got to leave that to the doctors.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Has Cecilia kind of put on the weight that will allow him to be an every down defensive end at this point?
Yeah, I think so. He looks good right now. He's really grown since he's been here since January. And he's got the talent to be that guy for sure.
What about Tanner Wall and Rader on the back end at safety? Are they just kind of picked up where they left off?
Yeah, those guys are playing really good right now. There's an absolute dogfight going on at safety right now between those two that you mentioned. Falatau Satawala and Tommy Prassis look great. So, and then Talon Alfrey's had a great camp so far. So there's a dogfight going on at safety.
How do you juggle that at safety where you've got veterans that have been proven, but also young, promising talents like a Parasis and Satwell? Like, how do you juggle that?
Super hard, because you want to be fair to the veteran guys, but the only thing that's fair is to play the best guy. And so you got to give them opportunities to show who the best guy is, and then may the best guy win come end of fall camp. And I think you'll see all those guys on the field this fall, but who plays the most is going to be predicated based on how the next couple weeks go.
What's been your impressions of Ciale? Because he was really taking off in spring, and how's he following up being a year removed from the list break?
So I like Ciale a lot right now. He's physical, he's big, he's fast. And then there's others right now, backer groups. Che has looked really good right now. So I think that group, bottom line, looks good. I think we're progressing in the right way. Coach Enna does such a good job with them. I really like where the backers are at.
How are you going to balance between 3 backers on the field versus 2 backers on the field with all the talent you have at backer?
Well, we're doing our best we can. There's going to be packages where there's 3 linebackers on the field, and then there's going to be packages where there's 2 linebackers on the field. And we're going to have to do a good job of making sure we put players in the best position to be successful for them and for us. And then we'll just balance what that looks like over the next couple weeks.
Coach, your defense is very effective with turnovers. Mm-hmm. How is watching tape and your players being familiar with watching tape? How does that contribute to it?
Well, I think from year 1 to year 2, you saw that our players just looked like they were a little more aggressive, knew when to be aggressive, when to jump things, when not to jump things. I thought we did a better job with disguises of trying to get quarterbacks off their mark and just throwing off time or throwing to guys they shouldn't throw to. I really believe we're only going to get better at that as the defense is more comfortable to them and they're more used to it. They should just get better and better at that.
You've been running the scheme for years, but how much does it change from year to year with all the new personnel? Like, is there much change? Or is
it can change drastically. We changed drastically from year 1 to year 2 on what we were, and I see us this year being different than we were last year. So I think that's good for teams that are trying to scout us, not knowing exactly what's going to come and how we're going to be. But we have to play to our personnel. We have to play to our strengths.
Does that become a bigger focus with the portal, with more just attrition every year?
Can be. Luckily we haven't lost very many guys that we didn't want to lose, so we haven't seen that maybe as hard as some teams have. But yeah, you have to play to your personnel.
I was going to ask you about Gennaro. In the day-to-day operation of him inheriting that new title of defensive passing game coordinator, what changes for you and him?
Well, not really anything, because he was really already doing that. He was so in charge of what we were doing as far as pass coverages and being on top of scouting and what we do in our individual roles. He's a huge asset for me and for our staff, and yeah, he's already been doing it basically.
Coach, how hard is it going to be to get down to the 2 deep with the talent?
Tough. Yeah, I'm already seeing issues that are going to arise. It's going to be hard to come up with a travel roster. It's going to be hard to come up with starters in certain positions, and it's going to be hard to come up with the 2 deep. But that's a good thing. Our job as coaches is to recruit the best guy we can get, create as much competition in our room as we can have, and then may the best guy win.
What do you look for in a recruit as far as his talents and what he's good at?
Well, so I look for ceiling. What is the ceiling that we can get that guy to? And then our job is to get him there. And that they come in all shapes and sizes. At every position group, you got small, fast guys, and you got bigger, strong guys, and They come in all shapes and sizes. Bottom line, are they effective at what they're doing? And then it's our job to put them to where they can be efficient.
I saw a new name on the roster this fall, Kafusi
Pakofe.
from Weber. Did you have a connection to him? Is that?
Yeah, we recruited him one of my first years at Weber State. He had graduated up there, wasn't going to play football. We had a need at defensive tackle just to add some depth, and he was a guy I knew about, so we took him. And great kid, great person, super smart, and I'm excited to see how he progresses.
And aside from Keanu and JT, just how do you feel about the depth at D tackle right now?
It's really good when we get Kirkland back. Right now, until we do, we might be a little thin, but we have so many things we can do. We can play a little more odd front. There's so much we can do if we don't have the depth, but we're not that worried about. We'll figure it out.
Any more for Jay?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate you.